Alrighty, we are back with another video which is sure to leave UFC 5 players divided. And let's be frank, it's a clear divide between the basement dwellers who have spent over 4 years learning a broken system of which now they dominate, defending EA at all costs and telling you to just get better, versus the majority who, let's just call a spade, are ripping this game to shreds. The qualitative consensus is that the ground game, including the new submission system, is underwhelming and over-engineered, meaning the ground game mechanics are overcomplicated. Gameplay mechanics can still be complex, whilst remaining intuitive. Anything is possible with enough practice. If I mastered how to play UFC 5 with a steering wheel, that does not make it intuitive. Now, of course, I'm not silly. Everything I'm about to say will get disregarded by the basement dwellers, who will claim I need to get better. If that's the case, then apply your same logic to one of the best UFC 4 players of all time.
Denying transitions.
You can't backpack me, so I just... Oh my god. This is why Cycletrol's broken. He's literally an 83 rated wrestler. Look how fast my transition was, still denied it.
Broken side control.
Fuck, man.
Takedown spammers.
Oh my god. What are we doing, EA? What are we doing? We gotta stop allowing people to do dumb stuff like this. 13 takedown attempts in one round, 11 in another. Double leg bails. Get them up out of here.
Submission spammers.
That is what you would start off with in this game. This player's probably been put in 2 submissions already. If he gets put in another submission, he might lose the fight, he might tap.
A few minutes later.
What the fuck, man? That's actually so fast.
Trying to stand up.
Yeah, this game's shit, like, just get off me, bro. No matter how much grapple advantage you have, you're not gonna get your transitions. Bullshit.
Both Naz UFC and the well-respected Crooks have been playing the UFC franchise for years. At this stage, they rely on muscle memory, yet if they are this challenged by what is essentially a turn-based minigame, then what hope does the average player have against someone determined to keep the fight on the ground? And this is why players like Fetty Too Sweaty have decided if you can't beat them, join them.
I'm so angry, man. Somebody's in trouble, man. Take him down. We're gonna beat his ass. Get to side control. Good job. No, try fucking again, bitch. Get to that crucifix. Yeah. Team lost here right now, buddy. You look a little bit lost here, pussy. In the side control for quite a while. Let me talk to your ear, little pussy. No. Relax. Then what do you want? Fuck out of here, you little bitch. Here we go. Fuck, man. Beautiful. It's the game you want to play, right? Now stay right here. Yep, welcome to my world, bitch. Pussy. No, relax right here. I just want to hurt you. No. Stay right here. I just want to hurt you right here. Yeah, quit, boy. I don't want to make you go anywhere but that position.
Now, the key takeaway from Fetty's domination is that you can be a low-skilled player and not only dominate casual players on the ground, but also cause a ton of problems for established players of the game. This isn't a skill issue. It's the fact that 1, there are a lack of options for the player on bottom. 2, there is a lack of deterrence for the grappler on the offense. Making a transition or applying a submission. All of these nuanced movements have little effect on your stamina, then you're likely to stay on the offense until you achieve the desired result. Let's play a short game of Make It Make Sense. If I stuff 3 takedowns when the match begins, my opponent decides to pull guard and then in a submission attempt holds on to a magical button which drains both of our short-term stamina, which is a new mechanic which represents struggling. When I successfully get out the submission and end up on top barely a minute into the match, my stamina is at 0. You can see with your own eyes I am posting on Nogueira, and as a professional athlete 1 minute into the fight, I don't have the ability to stand up. Make it make sense. Talking about getting up when I'm in full mount, why is it an extra step simply to get up? Why is getting up considered advanced? In side mount, Colby does not have his hands gripped. There is no sense of flow here. Why can't I just get up? It doesn't get any more ridiculous than knee on belly. Why can't I simply move my stick away from Colby to get up? I must hold R1 and tap up to get up. Almost every position you find yourself in turns into a mini game. There is no flow to this system, no pushing or pulling. If you are new to the game, you do not stand a chance. You must spend weeks, months even years to develop muscle memory. But of course, if you are an EA game changer who has spent years mastering the system, why would you empathize for the common man?
Don't let the fact that this is CGI get you a little bit too worried. You hear me? You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm just gonna zip it up.
Martial Mind, Shellboy, the man who told us not to worry about the CGI trailer, insinuating that the game would meet consumer expectations, the man who refuses to answer simple questions such as, were you paid by EA to be their mascot, with the goal to promote pre-purchase sales, in turn selling out your loyal followers who have made you almost a millionaire. But listen, it's likely I'm chatting absolute nonsense, because according to Martial Mind, when it's all said and done, my body of work and positive contributions will speak for itself. Body of work, hey? Interesting. Well, since we're on the topic of delusions of grandeur, Marshall Luther King tweeted the following: I'm gonna need everyone to help me convince EA that a deeper, more complex ground game is actually what people want. The message EA receive half the time is, we hate grappling, we only want stand and bang. EA don't see the point in pouring resources into a system that most players will just avoid at all costs. Sounds good, but in your hands you will most definitely over-engineer it. As an EA game changer, you're supposed to be the voice for the people, so let the people speak for themselves. Provide a poll asking if they want a deeper, complex ground game or if they want an intuitive ground game. I would assume they want the latter. Why? Because there is one vital aspect of the ground game which Martial Mind fails to consider. So let's get into it.
This is an incredible story, one that you have to see to believe, really.
This is Caden Hooks. Sadly, he had both his eyes removed when he was 4 years old after a battle with cancer. Throughout this adversity, he was still able to become a high school wrestler, and in 2021, he was able to compete in a state wrestling tournament.
Learning the sport by feel since 2nd grade.
As human beings, we have 5 basic senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Rickson Gracie, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioners, he would train blindfolded on a regular basis, stating that once you're blind, your sense of grip and weight distribution is going to become more developed. And a perfect example of Rickson's ideology can be seen with blind jiu-jitsu practitioner Clinton Terry. When it comes to applying grappling in games, you have to face reality. The key sense that grapplers rely on is touch. They rely on the feeling of weight distribution. They do not rely on the sight of a hand or a leg to counter a transition. Therefore, if we have to make reads which are not applicable in real grappling, the ground game in its current state is over-engineered. Now, I would not make this video if I didn't have a solution to offer. In order to create an intuitive ground game, we must place emphasis on haptic feedback whilst utilizing the movement sticks to their full potential. And I'll speak in layman's terms. Whilst standing, the left stick represents your lower half and the right stick represents your upper half. This can be extended to the ground game, where the fighter on top can primarily use the left stick to transition and posture, and primarily use the right stick for submission attempts. I state primarily because the right stick could also be used for weight distribution. The fighter on bottom can use both sticks to transition and distribute their weight from underneath, and this places emphasis on the actions of push and pull to gain a new position. A physics-based ground game is far more faithful to real grappling than the turn-based actions of flicking a stick based on the visual read of your opponent's hands and feet. And that is where EA need to utilize the PS5 controller's haptic feedback. Haptic feedback is the solution for the one sense that gamepads have not been able to replicate: touch. So with that, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Am I a hater who simply doesn't want to learn something complex? Or perhaps we're on the same page and believe the ground game, including the submission system, needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. A big thank you to everyone who has liked the video and subscribed. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a similar video covering the striking. Have a great weekend. Take care. Peace.